Pop my class ability before I get out of it. And then shoot some more people. And we already have it. Just like that. Disclaimer for this build. We are in negative 30s in this video right here. You can use this in negative 50. I did pull it off. But I'm not going to sell this build for negative 50 simply because I have way more, better builds on the channel that are literally a custom for negative 50. This is not really a custom for negative 50. This is more for like having fun in negative 30 for the heck of it, okay? So today's build, after I got the disclaimer out the way, today's build is showcasing the new Iron Banner armor set and how busted you can get your super back very quick. And as y'all can see, my super bars is just running up, okay? It's running up, okay? And once I get the engine going, this thing give your super back in like 3 seconds, 2-3 seconds, okay? Kill these people down here, and let's go crazy. So when I first started fighting, y'all have to look in the video when I first started fighting how long it took to actually get my super. But we already have it, right? Pop my class ability before I get out of it. And then shoot some more people. And we already have it. Just like that. I was not kidding when I said like 3 seconds, bro. I was not kidding. I wasn't. This is why I show gameplay at the beginning. I know some of y'all hate it. I know some of y'all be like, just go to the build already. Like, I know some of y'all hate it. You can't please everybody. But I like showcasing a build so people will know, like, the how the build work when it comes to gameplay, first off. But also, too, to make sure I'm not a fraud and I'm actually showcasing the build in action, Like, it actually does what I say it does, right? Like I said, you can take this in negative 50, but again, I don't recommend it. It's way better builds I have on the channel that makes you basically a god, immortal, in harder end content. Pop this, get rid of this overload. Yep. And then after I showcase this part, we're gonna show we're gonna showcase the cogs in the machine, what's going on here, Yep. Rid of y'all. Pop this, done this champion. Yep. Kill you. I don't know what y'all think y'all doing up here, but y'all not catching me lacking. Get my super back. Yep. Your little friend right there think he's protecting you. That's cute. Yep. I didn't do it soon enough. I was supposed to pop my ascension right before the super go off so I get a free class ability. It's all good. That. And like that. Champion up there. Did I just fall off? Oh my god. That was not supposed to happen. Oh my gosh, champion right there. These things are getting out of hand. Things are getting out of hand because this wasn't supposed to happen like this. I almost jumped off the edge. That wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, let's get rid of some of these enemies here. Pop a class ability. Yep. I get rid of this champion. Yep. We finna got swoop back anyway. Don't matter. And back in it. Class ability. Stun new. Get the champion right out of here. Pop that again. Pull out Microcosm. Yep, kill that champion. And then we got a lot of people over here still making a lot of fuss. And then got super again. I'm telling y'all, man, super every goddamn like 3-4 seconds, bro. Boss champion up there. Hold on. Last thing I need is a champion ruining this whole run over some dumb ish. Alright. Take him out. And then I'll show y'all all the stuff inside the machine, the cogs, you know, what's working in this build, you know. And another super. You have to count how many supers we got in this one section right here. I will go longer, but like I said, some of y'all don't like the video dragging too long with the gameplay. Y'all ready to see the build, you know, at work. So let's get into the build. What up, guys? Alchemist saying something nice for you. So in today's build, we are spamming supers non-stop. Infinite supers, legit. Okay. And the reason we're able to do that is because of multiple things in this build. First off, we're utilizing the new Iron Banner 4-piece armor set. If you did not farm Iron Banner, if you're a Titan, you didn't miss out anything, because this armor set actually does nothing for Titans, sadly. But if you're a Warlock or a Hunter and you did not farm for this armor set, you gotta wait for Iron Banner to come back around later this month or next month. But this armor set make it that final blows while your super is active refund super energy when it ends. This gives you like 20%, like 25% more super energy with this armor set. So when you stack this with exotic armor that gives you super energy back already, any of the exotic that give you super back, like Spirit of Galanor or regular shards of Galanor, you know, stuff like that. If you pair with an exotic that give you super energy back, that give you 50% super energy back, and you stack it with the armor from Iron Banner, you can roughly get 75%, 80% of your super back from just one super, and then you can get the rest of the way there easily to get super back again non-stop. So we're using Spirit of Galanor in our exotic class item, and then I recommend Spirit of Wormhusk. Why? For survivability. Because since we're not using Spirit of Signorachne like that in this build, we need something to help us survive in this build, right? You could go Spirit of what it's called, the one we pick up orbs to make a super do more damage. That one, right? You could go with that, but if you do that, you're not spamming your super. You gotta wait and get orbs first to get that super damage, and then use your super. And I don't want to do that. I just want to be able to spam my super non-stop. So I chose Spirit of Wormhusk to give me restoration and cure in my build while I'm using my super. And since I can use class ability whenever in my super, that basically infinite instant health whenever I want it, right? So that's the pairing I recommend. But you could go with, like I said, you could go with the one Star Eater. There you go, Spirit of Star Eater. You could go Galanor and Star Eater if you want, if you're willing to wait and get your orbs of power, you know, from it, right? You do want to use the specific weapons I'm saying right here. Reason being, you want to use the call and no hesitation. Reason being, because they have an origin trait called Dealer's Choice. Final blows this weapon grant improved amount of super energy. Equipping multiple weapons from the Pale Heart increases this effect. So using no hesitation to call together gives you a good chunk of super energy per kill. Like I said, Microcosm really goes well with this because it get increased damage after you use your super, and final blows this weapon grants super energy. So this just helps you get kills with super energy, and you know, just good pairing of spamming your super all day. But I believe its catalyst is Thresh, meaning it gives even more super energy. I'm pretty sure that's what the exotic catalyst is. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is, which help you get super back even more quick in this build, right? So these are weapons you want to use to get your super back as quick as I'm doing. The stat spread you want is 200 super, obviously. I'm using font mods in my helmet to get to 195, and then your weapon stat just to be very high so that you can always spam the call. You're gonna be treating the call as your primary weapon. No hesitation just here for the origin trait, and then you got Microcosm. You want to get more ammo for that as well, with having close to 200 weapon stat. Your no hesitation can have attrition orb. So if you are rocking Spirit of Star Eater, this to be a way you can print orbs out, so that you can get them you know, stacks of orbs for yourself. But the artifact we're running 2 shreds, so we get Woven Mail in our build for survivability. This do the hotspots for us, Woven Mails for 10 seconds. We have on Elemental Supercharger. This is important. Defeating exhausted or severed targets
with weapons that match your super element, grant super energy. The best super to use for this build is Silk Strike for hunters, and Prismatic. So we're using strand weapons here, and just get the call with slice on it, and literally every kill you get, as y'all seen in my gameplay, gives you a big chunk of energy on top of the origin trait of the call with dealer's choice. So stack that with elemental supercharger, have slice activate and kill enemies, and you get a big chunk of super energy from just killing people with the sidearm. And the sidearms and stuff do great damage to regular enemies. So yeah, we have on Horror Shuttle for you know, threatening sever targets as well, and you know, unravel targets made threatlings. We have a harsh refraction, this making that microcosm do 20% more damage to enemies that are affected by a debuff, which you're gonna be always doing because they're all gonna be severed, unravel, whatnot. We have on Valwe, this is making that our tangles sever targets, as y'all seen I was doing, so that I can kill them with the decal and get more super energy. And then also just reduce the cooldown of my tangles by 1 second. We have dielectric on. We do have Ascension in this build, so this allowed me to make orbs from killing people that's affected by Jolt, and heal myself a little bit for survivability. And then most importantly, Elemental Siphon. This is the reason why we have Vile Weave on instead of like gold from lead. It's because, or I should say flashover as well. It's because Elemental Siphon make it that you get super energy whenever you do an elemental pickup that matches your super. So whenever I pick up tangles, I get super energy as well. So that's why I'm able to get my super back in like 2-3 seconds after my super just ended. When you don't have enemies nearby to kill and do that to get super back immediately, you get 20 seconds of just shooting a microcosm at any enemy and kill them, basically. Okay, microcosm is your DPS against bosses, and this does cover all champions. Not the call. Hesitation handles overload. The call handle unstoppable, and microcosm deal with barriers. Okay. Now, subclass. Again, like I said, Silk Strike. We have on Marksman Dodge, pick up any ammo around me and reload my weapons. But you can go with like Marksman Dodge. You want to get your threaded spike back, because again, you want to kill several targets on purpose with your decal. So this will help you keep that combo consistent. You also could go Acrobat Dodge if you don't want to run faster than Don. But yeah, I want Marksman Dodge just so I get my class ability back as quick as possible to spam the Worm Husk for survivability in this build to keep restoration and cure on me. We have Threaded Spike, like I said, sever people, kill them with the call. We have Grapple to unravel people, and then we start making threatlings if we want to. But you can go with any grenade you want. I just like Grapple doing that with the Strand Synergy and South Artifact. We have on Stash Executioner, again, survivability. Just in case you ever get low health, you can hurry up and kill somebody that's severed, and they just go invisible and run away a little bit, get your bearings repositioned and whatnot. Ascension, pop this, jolt everybody, get amplified for survivability in this build on top of the Wolf and Mail you will be having. So yeah, and then you pop this with your class ability so that you can get health back very quick and easy immediately. So yeah, have that. We have on Faster Protection for that 15% damage reduction when we're near enemies, then 30% if you're in Transcendence. We have on Faster Advance, so when I use my melee, I get Radiant for 10 seconds. Cool fact, with Threaded Spike, keep bouncing off people, it keep resetting the Radiant until you grab the melee back again. So your Radiant should stay on pretty long. We have on Facet of Solitude. Just make it that when we're shooting people with microcosm or getting precision shots with like hesitation, something like that, you will sever them, and then while you're shooting, because they sever, you're dealing damage to them. Now they unravel, and then now the unraveling is making them make threatlings, and now the threatlings are severing them, and you just pour heck of damage out while you're hitting headshots with the microcosm. So really good. And then we got Faster to Hope on to get our class ability back even quicker. If you feel like you don't need Stash Executioner, then I highly recommend using Winter Shroud. This will help you get your class ability back even quicker, so you can spam it even more, because the pulse wave of the slow equals the size of Ascension when you pair them together now. So the slow pulse wave is incredibly huge, and you can slow people and get your class ability back very quick. So interchangeable. If you don't want Stash Executioner, you can go Winter Shroud, and you will get the 50% damage reduction after you use your Ascension every single time. So Winter Shroud is not a bad option as well. Armor mods, 2 super fonts, so I can get close to 200 super stat. We have on Harmonic Siphon, so when I kill people with the call, we do make it overpower. We have on 2 melee fonts, just so I have a higher melee stat, so I can spam my threaded spike even more often. We got focus and strike, so my melee give me my class ability back quicker. Resist mods in our chest piece for each element. I have 1 kinetic weapon surge on to make microcosm do more damage. We got better already. I'm gonna pick up an orb, start my health regen. We got 1 weapon font on. Usually you want to go surge and not weapon font, but because I want to get closer to that 200 weapon stat, so that I have to never worry about picking up ammo for the call or microcosm, I put on a weapon font to get that plus 20, so I get a higher chance of getting extra ammo brick. If you don't know what I'm talking about, when you hover over the weapon stat, it literally has enhanced benefits, and it literally says percentage of a large ammo brick chance, 55%. It's 55% because I'm at 155. So with that plus 20, it goes to 75%, meaning it's a higher chance at 3/4 of a chance of that brick I pick up giving me extra ammo for a microcosm and the call, so I can basically spam them all day without having to put on like a finder in my helmet or a scavenger in my leg piece. Okay, and then class item, I got on class font. I don't have 100 class abilities like I want, so this gives me 62 instead, but you want to try to get 100. Okay, this give me 62. I got Reaper on, so when I kill somebody I make overpowered, and I got powerful attraction. So if you're wondering, my Iron Battalion set, I got all powerhouse. The perfect would be you getting the 3rd stat inside class stat. I didn't get lucky with that. So if you're trying to min-max this build, try to get your class, the 3rd stat to be class, so you get that plus 20, so you can spam worm huts non-stop in this build for survivability. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this build. I love it. You get to super like crazy. It's a fun build for, like I said, -30, -40 content. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. And until next time, stay up.